Alright, the world doesn't care about disabled people. Actually, I think I should title this, The World Doesn't Care About Anybody. And let me explain what I mean by that. Now, what I'm getting at here is I did have, or maybe in the middle of the month, July, I had a multiple sclerosis relapse that I'm still recovering from. Very awful. I have trouble standing up, I have trouble walking any distance, I need a walker, I need a cane, and this all came out of nowhere. And what have I learned from all this? I've learned that I really needed to advocate for myself, because unfortunately, the world is not made for disabled people. The world is made for people that are able-bodied, work 40 hours a week at least, and like competing with each other, who can work more, and uh, uh, you're not worth anything if you don't work yourself to the bone, and you know, so the world doesn't look kindly on people like me that, you know, I haven't been working. I've been applying for Social Security because I don't know what else to do, and that's the thing, is that there's nobody, there's no authority, I guess, that's like, oh, Justine, you should do this. How about you do this? That doesn't happen, okay? I've needed to advocate for myself here, and everything that I've accomplished has been self-initiated, has been uh, something I've done on my own. And I'm not saying that you can't depend on other people. I'm not saying that other people aren't helpful. But what I am saying is that uh, it's so crucial to be able to count on yourself and to deem yourself worthy enough to, um, and it's not just, I'm talking about disabled people applying for disability, that kind of thing, getting yourself the care that you need. Um, I'm not going to make this about the healthcare system, but what I am going to make this about is how crucial it is to have a sense of self-esteem and to do the things for yourself that is important to you. And only you knows what that is. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to make this video like nobody cares about disabled people, oh, call ahead to see if a place is accessible or whatever. Like, that's what I was thinking about at first, but it's so much more. I feel like needing to have a relationship with yourself is important to get anything done. Anything that you feel like might need attention in your life. And I'll try to use, once again, myself as an example here. I've, there's been a lot, I feel like, talked about on social media, or I've seen it on TV, about my big fat fabulous life and this girl Whitney and her struggles with her back problems, and she's very heavy, and I actually really love that show. I've been watching it since it's been on, and I love Whitney. And while I don't agree with being mean to an overweight person, I do feel like it might be important to know whether or not you're happy with your weight. Maybe, for example, and I feel like this is Whitney's deal, it's not gonna bother you as much if someone says to you, oh, you fat cow, if you don't feel that way about yourself. So that's what I mean about, you need to advocate for yourself, and you need to love yourself and know where you're at, and know, so if you're cool with being big, that's cool, but be cool with being big. You know what I mean? Because people are going to find any reason to hate on you. And I'm not saying that people aren't particularly mean to big people, but I am saying that it's important to have a sense for yourself on whether or not you want to change this about yourself, because in order for there to be any kind of weight loss, it's kind of like, it's something you need to own, you know. Or for me, I needed to really own it, and I did. I owned it for years. Every decision I made, or every time I ate something, it's like, okay, does this help or hurt my goals? And that's how it needs to be regarding anything. Is this helping or hurting where I'm moving toward? And that's how it needs to be, and that's how we need to... It is possible for us to own our own lives, but we do need to be aware of what we even want. You know, if you're like, oh, you know, I kind of would like to make more money, but I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. I don't know if there's anything I can do. I don't know. It's not up to me, blah, blah, blah. Then, you know, nothing's going to change. Whereas if it's owned, like, oh, I am not making enough money. I am not happy here. I am changing this. I am doing something else. You know, it's like that saying, nothing's going to change unless anything changes. And I'm really making this because I really feel like over the past few weeks, I've really had to be my own best friend here. I've had to be my own everything, because sometimes, you know, we've really got to advocate for ourselves, and it's just the way it is. Because, you know, yeah, and I could sit here and complain about the system. Heck, I would probably get a lot of views if I made videos complaining about the healthcare system and Social Security. I could probably get a lot of laughs out of that. You know, I don't know anyone that actually likes any of this. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's like, what is complaining about it going to actually do? Is it helping me get to my goal? Or is it just is it just, you know what I mean? So, don't be afraid to take inventory of yourself or your life. Or at least that's what I've been doing lately. What is it that I would like to be done here? These are the things that we need to ask ourselves if we're unhappy with our lives, if we need to be specific. And if that's something that you want, I used weight loss as an example because I don't know what else to say, but, you know, for example, if you're like, oh, I would like to lose weight, okay, get behind it. Do the research. Do it. It's going to require change. Or, I'm not saying that you have to lose weight, whatever you want to get done. Oh, I want to make more money. Okay. So, staying in the same job and complaining about it is not going to make you more money, so what is? It's up to you to ask yourself, what is possible for me to do here? Alright, this is over 8 minutes. Alright, this is done. Bye.